Well, welcome to Messages of Hope. This is episode 3, and I'm so excited to be able to share these messages with you. I was really nervous at first to be in front of a camera instead of people, but I think I'm getting the hang of it now and really getting into the groove. So today's topic is how to balance and manage your energy fields. And balance is something I'm sure you all would really like to know more about as life continually throws stuff at us. I'm going to give you some tips and tools to help you to really do that so that you can stay grounded and centered no matter what is happening in your life or in the world. As you know, there are many discordant situations and energies out there to disturb us. And the key is if we let it. And that is the key. It is still up to us where we put our focus. You know, do you put your focus on the negativity? Do you choose to see the good in people and situations? Which one do you think builds up your energy or drains it? It might sound like an obvious question, but for many people it is not so obvious. Or is it easy? We are actually just one big ball of energy. Our bodies are surrounded by an energy field that can be measured now with all the new technology. When we have a strong energy field, we have more strength physically, we're more balanced emotionally and mentally. At the end of today's show, I will be doing a meditation with you to enhance your energy field, so you can make sure that please make sure that you stay tuned for that. I'll be giving you lots of information about energy. And for those of you who tuned in last week to episode 2, we talked about how to be an uplifting force for self and others. And as I said, with each episode, I'm going to be giving you a home assignment. So the home assignment from the last episode was make note mentally, or even better, writing it down, when you feel you have beneficially influenced someone in your life. So we do that all the time. We're always influencing people. So how did you make out with that? I bet you were surprised at how often you actually do beneficially influence others. So we could focus on all the times we think we've upset someone, but if you focus on the times when you know that you're beneficially helping someone, it makes such a difference. So and the second part of this is I wonder how much you did that for yourself. Do you need to focus on that a little bit more, beneficially influencing yourself? Because again, we can go the other way with that pretty easy. We can get a little negative. So then make it a priority and you will feel a lifting of your own spirit. For our time together, the other thing that's going to be part of every show is I'll invite you to set an intention. It makes it even more powerful. Maybe it's about self-nurturing, which is a really good thing in influencing yourself, and just taking time for yourself. Making your intention about balance will automatically start to manifest just through your thoughts. Our thoughts are very powerful. Or your intention might just be curiosity. Maybe this is your first time tuning into this kind of thing and you're wondering, what's it all about? And you know, your intention could be about being open to something new. This is a time for you and the growth that will come from it. Make it priority. You will gain much personal awareness through self-reflection, and you will have tools that I'm going to give you for navigating life's ups and downs, because we know it does this all the time. Life never goes just smooth and easy, and I don't even know if we would want to do that all the time. This is part of being human. So know that for the next 30 minutes you are being immersed in beautiful sacred energy, centering, grounding, and empowering. So take a breath and just feel that. Taking a breath resets your central nervous system, as well as connecting you to something greater than you could even know. So when in doubt, when you don't know what to do, just breathe. Goes for me too. Remember I was telling you about the nervous thing at the beginning? Okay, just breathing, and then just settles and balances everything. So for those of you just tuning in for the first time today, this 10-episode series is based on my best-selling book. We are right beside me, Messages of Hope from Us. It's the messages from the decade 2010 to 2020, and this is volume 1. So it's messages from the first half of that decade. And volume 2 will be published in 2020. So I'm already putting it together, and it'll go really easy once I'm, just get it off to the publisher. This is channeled information about this 10 years that we're in of receiving an incredible amount of light energy and I'll talk in each episode of what really is light energy for our personal transformation, global transformation, as well as big universal shifts. We can feel those. I'm talking about being a sensitive. We can feel those in our bodies. When there's a big cosmic shift. These messages will help you in becoming aware of how much you have shifted energy and vibration, and what you want to consciously create for the rest of this decade as we are being catapulted in our spiritual evolution. In each episode, I will share a little bit more about myself and my own spiritual journey. And today I want to tell you about realizing I was an empath and a sensitive. So we're going to take a little break now, and when I come back, I'll tell you about what that's like. So we'll be right back. And welcome back. Before the break, I was telling you that in each episode, I like to share a little bit about myself because I feel people can really relate to a lot of the experiences I've had on my spiritual path and some very mystical experiences. So the one I want to share with you today is how I really did not know that I was an empath. So an empath is someone who, feels a lot of things. It's a sensitive person. Who feels everything intensely, more so than most people. And there's a lot more empaths now, or a lot of people realizing that they're empaths and they're not just neurotic. And I want to tell you about how I was shown that it is a gift, not an obstacle. And I want to really emphasize that, because if you relate to this, how you just, you can feel other people's feelings, you can feel things that are going on in the world, and sometimes you just want to close down and close the curtains under the covers, and you just let everything be away from you. It is a gift, not an obstacle, when, again, as our topic is, when you learn how to manage it. And I know a lot of you can relate to the statement about feeling like things are obstacles, as we are all becoming more sensitive as we embrace the truth of who we are. And here is really one of these special statements: as divine beings. So if you think of yourself as an angel, or as connected to source, to God, to universe, whatever it is, it is a gift to be more sensitive. It is a gift to be able to tap into what someone else is feeling, or to understand. We think we're understanding what someone else is feeling, but really we're sensing it. And that we are really here at this time to anchor light. There's that word again, to create heaven on earth. And again, through the whole series, I'll be talking a lot about that, because we get a chance to live it here and now. We don't have to pass on to something that we're not even sure what it is, but to really create that here. So in 1997, I went away on retreat to process all the multitude of emotions I was experiencing after devastating losses. And in previous episodes, I've shared some of that. I had big changes in my life. Pretty much everything I knew, every role I played was gone. Wife, mother, daughter, business owner, they were all gone. And while I was away on retreat, I was introduced to Reiki masters, energy workers, shamans, all kinds of people embracing a spiritual path. And it was all new to me. I had not had any exposure to any of that before. During private sessions with these very gifted people, I was told such beautiful things about who I really was and why I'm here on earth that it was kind of mind-blowing, actually, and very surreal. At that point in my life, I was feeling pretty much a failure in all areas of my life. At being a wife, at being a mother, being a daughter, being a business person. And could it really be true that I am here to help heal the world? Whew, big question. And my sensitivities allow me to tune into higher sources of wisdom and guidance. I guess I needed to be broken down to open up. And again, I know many of you can relate to this, going through big things that are literally breaking you down. It took me a while to really accept that accept that as my truth, and the more that I did embrace it, the more profound mystical experiences I would have, like feeling Mother Mary put her arms around me when I was in the depths of my sorrow and grief. In another episode, I'm going to tell you about being in the presence of Jesus. And just so you know, I'm not a religious person, never really was, and I really didn't believe that man existed as they have portrayed him. But I definitely had my own mystical experience of him, and it's one of the stories I'm going to share with you I'm not sure if it's the next one or the one after that, but in one of the next few episodes. So when we come back, I'm going to be reading the channeled messages about, it's called Light Waves and Energy, to be able to give you the words, the actual words, word for word from the book, and you'll feel the transmissions of not only of the words, but of the energy that us, united souls of heaven and earth, whenever I feel their presence, I just feel this joy come over me. So I bring through the words and the messages that are in the book, and I'm going to read them to you. And us are non-physical spiritual teachers whose purpose is to activate the divine essence, remember we talked about that, in all human beings, every one of us. I'll expand on the teachings around the key points and explanations as we go along in the book, so that you can actually apply these messages in your everyday life. So I encourage you to get a journal and some paper and make some notes, and we will be right back. See you soon. Welcome back. For those of you who may have just joined us, I will be giving a message about how to balance and manage your energies. And I will be covering a lot of information to inspire you and support your personal growth. So just sit back, relax, enjoy yourselves, and allow yourselves to receive the channeled words and energy from us, United Souls of Heaven and Earth. So I'm going to read right from my book, from the message that I received. And as I get to the key points, I'm going to expand on them. So, dearest, beautiful beings of light, and they always refer to us as that. They see us as these big balls of light down here shining light and creating all kinds of wonderful things. We have said that 2010 will be the heralding of the decade of light, and that much will happen in this year that has been, to this point, beyond your comprehension. And they say that a lot, and I'm thinking, okay, I want to start understanding this stuff pretty soon. Many of you are now starting to experience it. There is much talk in metaphysical circles about light, and there are many variations on how it is defined, described, and used. Remember, I said we're going to talk about that more. We have a light inside of us. We have a light around us. We can all now be picked up by the technology. Technology can read auras. It can show us the light that we carry. And that'll be one of my stories, actually, is telling you about how I saw the light in me on an aura photograph and how it changed my life. Back to the teachings. There is much talk in metaphysical circles about light, and there are many variations on how it is defined and described and used. You are now experiencing greater amplification of light, so it's getting bigger and more expanded, of your own light. And it is coming in waves. So there'll be days when you just feel, I just feel beautiful and bright and loving and giving. There's going to be other days where it won't feel quite so much. Some days it'll feel a bit overwhelming. Your body is very delicate, intricate, and a complex, tripping over my words today, a complex instrument that needs to be handled with great love and care during these times of transitions from its third dimensional density to its lightness. So for us to be able to sit here and see each other, or see this book or whatever, there's a density of the molecules. And when we are embodying our light, we're raising our vibration, those molecules, and they spin faster, and it releases density. So again, we're going to talk a lot more about that. It is an intense process that requires awareness and tuning in. You are not only receiving intense light waves and energy from the universe, you are now also emanating them on a more consistent basis. So there is a harmony without that is being created from a harmony from within. So just listen to those words for a minute. If we want harmony from without, then we're going to create it. If we create it from within, it automatically starts to show up in our external world. So our goal here is, or our mission, our purpose, however you want to look at it, is to create that harmony from within. Harmony is being created, even though it feels quite unsettling for most of you at this time. And it is coming and going in waves as the density is dissolved. So remember I was talking earlier about the waves. So some days you'll feel like your life is just flowing and you're happy and you're good, and within 5 seconds it could switch and all of a sudden the same life looks horrible and unsettling. And it's not that there's something wrong. Remember that it's you're changing on the inside. You are becoming more aware of what's possible, of being a light being. And our bodies need to adjust for those vibrations, as well as our circumstances. So we'll be making different choices when we realize I've made very different choices, knowing that I'm a divine being here to anchor light on earth. I'm much more aware of my words, of my actions. And it is coming and going in waves as the density is dissolved. Density would be like hurts, pains, wounds, judgments, all those kinds of things. That is why one day you feel splendid and the next day it's like a truck hit you. So think about that for a minute. You know, yes, when you change external circumstances, hopefully if it's for the better, you feel better. But sometimes your external circumstances will change, like maybe a better job or a new relationship, and you're not sort of feeling that much better. It's because it's up to you. And as you tune in a greater way to the fact that you're a light being, you're a divine being, you're here to make a difference on this earth, then it will feel better no matter what's going on the outside. So we're going to take a little break right now, and I'm going to come back and read the other half of the actual channeled message. So keep your pens and pencils ready if there's any notes you want to take, and we'll be right back. Welcome back. So we're halfway through reading the channel about light waves and energy and how to balance that. So I'm going to keep on going here, and then, as I said, we'll expand on some of the key points. So with each wave of light and energy that you receive from the cosmos, so, you know, some days you can feel it. You can be sitting at your desk and all of a sudden, oh, gee, I don't know what's going on, and all of a sudden I feel really weird. That's a cosmic shift of energy happening. There is an integration time that to allow your physicalness, so our body, our biology, our mentality, all of that to adjust. And again, being as sensitive, like I shared with you at the beginning, in some ways makes it a bit more challenging because we feel more. So people who kind of just are going about their life and don't feel a whole lot of things can maybe maneuver a little bit easier. And all of us are going to that same place of really being connected to everything and everyone. You know, there's this phrase in the New Age community about oneness. And this is how it happens, is because we do feel what goes on for other people. So there's a period when we go through a big shift, a cosmic shift of integration. And during those times, it is during your rest times that much of the work to upgrade your systems can be done, so that you are then able to feel so much joy and bliss on a grander scale, and to exude that to all in your presence as well as through your thoughts. So again, you're kind of aware of that. You know, if you're feeling good, and others around you will feel good. If you're not, if you're being a little cranky, others around you will kind of either go there with you, or they're going to walk out and let you be in your crankiness yourself. But when you think about it as just energy, and I have this all the time, when it comes through, you go, oh, okay, this is an upgrade going on, and you allow some rest time. I have a lot of naps. When I feel I'm lucky that I can create my own schedule, and I can go and take a nap if I need to. So if you can, even if you just go into the bathroom and take a breath, it helps to integrate all these shifts and changes that we're going through. As you embrace this process with a deep knowing of the profundity of what is happening on your earth and in your bodies, as this magnificent intersection of time and energies, you will feel your own light and energy. It will become the everyday norm, not just a concept or something for avatars, yogis, or masters. You are the masters. And we really are. In my first book, Your Mastery, Live It Now, us talked about that through the whole book. You are the embodiment of the divine source, and it is your light from within that will shift the darkness on your earth, that will raise the vibration, that will create a harmonic resonance for all to connect with. An analogy for you would be your gas stove. The pilot light is lit, though it is only a little flame waiting to do its job. That is the light inside of you. Universal energy is like the match that ignites the whole burner. So it has a greater capacity to do what it is here to do. That is what's happening for you, dear ones. You are being ignited to operate on all burners. Dance in the flames, ride the waves, embrace the energy, and be the light that you already are on steroids. So we'll be right back. Welcome back. So again, those of you who've been with us, I hope you felt the beautiful energy, words and energy that came through the channeled message. And now I'm going to lead you through a meditation. So get comfortable and we're going to start by taking 4 really deep breaths, connecting body, mind, spirit, and heart. Visualize, see in your body where you feel the density, where the heaviness sits and accumulates in your body. It might be in your stomach. For me right now, that's one of the places I'm really feeling it. Or it may be in your neck and shoulders. Everybody experiences heaviness or density or blocks in their bodies in different places. So just keep your eyes closed and just see where your mind takes you in your body. And then send it love. You know, again, that might sound a little silly, but just send it love, however you can imagine that. See it melting and dispersing and transforming into light. So if it's in your stomach, just see this beautiful, could be a pink energy. Sometimes I see green energy, just melting all of the uncomfortableness, the tension, whatever, and just allowing it to melt away. And move from place to place inside your body. So just keeping your eyes closed, breathing. It's like scanning your body from head to toe, and see again if there's any other places that you feel like there's blocked energy, because there's usually more than one. And just keep breathing and letting the energy flow and show you. So now finish by seeing your energy field as clear, pure, and bright, emanating brilliantly inside and out. Your energy is flowing freely in your body as well as your energy field. And you will feel as centered, will feel centered and at peace with yourself and with your world. Just take another breath. And just gradually open your eyes. And remember now, with each episode, I have a home assignment. So for the home assignment is for you to practice and learn what we've put in today. So we're going to go right into the home assignment here. And the assignment is is to be able to use that meditation that we just did and do it as often as you can to get the most benefit. If you can't remember the words, you can remember the feeling and bring it back to you to experience the positive vibes and images that I shared with you. So just practicing that on a practical level. Do the visualizations and then make some notes. Write it down. Practice it every day, and it's best to do it right when you wake up or right when you go to sleep. That's when you're most receptive. So before I tell you about next week's show, you can go to my website at judithonley.com, and there's lots of resources there to support you. Be sure to sign up for the newsletter and you'll receive a free gift. And so now for next week's show, we're going to be talking about alignment of energies. There are many new possibilities that are being created for us, and when we align with the higher vibrational energies of ourselves, first of all, and then with the higher vibrational aspects of others, wonderful possibilities emerge synchronistically. You will have fun exploring these alignments with me, and I look forward to you joining us next week. So I'm sending you lots of love and light. Remember to do your home assignment. That's one of the ways that you can really integrate these energies. And till then, keep on shining. See you soon.